In the very first verse of Saundarya Lahari, we are introduced to one of the most profound mysteries of spiritual life, Kundalini Shakti. This is the serpent power that lies dormant within each one of us. And Shankar Acharya describes how this divine energy, resting at the base of the spine, rises through the chakras and unites with the highest consciousness. So today we're going to explore a little bit about how he describes that and why it's the key to awakening bliss and beauty within every one of us. So Kundalini is also usually symbolized as like a coiled serpent, and it lies dormant at the in all of us, in every human. And in Saundarya Lahari, this power is celebrated as the very essence of the goddess. She is described as ascending through the Shashamna, which is the energy nadi in our central channel of our subtle body, and piercing through the chakras one by one as she moves up, and then uniting with Shiva, her consort, at the crown chakra. And this journey is the inner pilgrimage. It's how she rises. This dormant potential power is awakening, and it's awakening our creativity, our intuition, our healing ability, and ultimately liberation. So the early verses of Saundarya Lahari are coded with instructions for this ascent. So chanting them could have the ability to stimulate Kundalini or gently guide you towards that experience. So what's remarkable about Shankara is he's known for his philosophy of Advaita Vedanta. And he also emphasizes this tantric understanding. So he's able to communicate many different types of teachings. He shows us that this non-dual reality, that we are not separate from God, is being realized through not just intellectual knowledge, but awakening this living energy, this Shakti in our bodies. So Kundalini is that bridge. It's bringing us from understanding to experience. Kundalini is not just energy, it is known as bliss. So Ananda. And some what Shankar talks about is how this bliss is the living presence of Tripura Sundari. We talked about her in another video. So when she's asleep at the base of the spine, we live in limitation. We are not aware of our divine potential. And then when she awakens, the whole universe within us awakens too. She's the divine mother, the creatress. And as she ascends from this place at the base of our spine through the chakras, it creates a purification. It can create a purification of our fears, our desires, our attachments, and until we really only understand and realize the beauty of pure consciousness, the beauty and bliss. So Shankara describes this process in the poetry of Saundarya Lahari and praising the goddess and how she shines as she moves upward. He talks about the illumination of each of the centers, each chakra like a lotus that is opening and blossoming. So in this way, Saundarya Lahari becomes a meditation on the flowering of our own evolution. And that is one of the interpretations of Shankara's portrayal of Kundalini in this work. So why does it matter today? In our modern world, many of us are drawn to Kundalini as a concept. We've heard it before. But in Saundarya Lahari, it reminds us that it's not just about power for the sake of having power, but it's the union of beauty and bliss and the true awakening that becomes possible, not by force, but through devotion, through sound, through the surrender to the goddess. By reciting these verses and meditating on them, on the vibration, and aligning with that Shakti within you, you can gently begin to experience this upward current in your life. And you may notice clarity, joy, creativity, anything that might kind of spontaneously happen to you when you're just by thinking about meditating on the goddess or reading these verses. So that's the Kundalini, that is the mother, and that's how she begins to move through you. So when you hear the word Kundalini, don't think of it as some esoteric or distant concept. It is your own inner energy, your own inner goddess, and it is waiting to rise through you. Saundarya Lahari is her song, guiding her step by step through your inner universe, uniting bliss and beauty until it floods your being. Take a moment each day, close your eyes, breathe, take a few deep breaths. Imagine the light, this energy at the very base of your spine. And now imagine it moving up through the Shashamna, the tube of light, through the center of your energy body, moving all the way up to the crown chakra. That light is Kundalini Shakti, the goddess within you. And let us know your experiences. Thank you. Namaste.